Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for Sunday Night Football, Week 10, between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, November 14th, 2021. My name is Steve, and we're going to have 3 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for this Sunday Night Football game. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support in the channel. If you are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to reach 900 subscribers here by the end of the week, so appreciate your help out with that. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord. It's a great place to connect with our community. I'll have a link in the comment section and then in the description as well, where you can check that out. You get new ideas to place bets, chat about sports. It's really a lot of fun, so I highly encourage that. Also, be sure to drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. Your favorite pick for this football game. If you'd like it included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include it in the video if it hits. Okay, now getting into our results from the previous episode. So for our comment cappers, we had got to get the bag calling the Myles Gaskin under 41.5 rushing yards there on Thursday Night Football at minus 115 odds. Was able to cash this fairly easily. He finished with 32. So great cash there for got to get the bag. As far as our stream results, went 2-1. It was a winning night. We had the Lamar Jackson over for passing yards. Was able to cash that there on the last drive. Better late than never. And we also cashed on the Mark Andrews over in receiving yards as well. He also caught a touchdown. Mentioned that. I had big money on that anytime touchdown, which was awesome. So Mark Andrews had a big night, which I was very happy about. And then we missed on the Ravens spread. It's the only one we missed. Ravens, for the most part, threw up a dud on Thursday night. Lost straight up to the Dolphins. Didn't see that one coming. You know, again, we had the public line there, minus 7.5. Should have known something was fishy there going on, but 96% of the money was on the Ravens. So, what can you do? We're gonna get after it today, though. We're gonna get this 3-0. So let's get right into our picks. At number 1, we have a same game parlay selection here for you today. We are going with the Las Vegas Raiders alternate plus 7.5. Spread parlayed with the alternate under 59.5 points at minus 114 odds. So yeah, coming into this game, the Kansas City Chiefs have really been struggling offensively. And that's kind of a lot of what this bet is based around. I don't see them getting it right here against a solid Raiders defense. The Raiders rank 10th in total defense on the year. They're very good also against the pass. Not so much against the run, but the Chiefs really don't run the ball that well. So I see this as being another game where it should be close, and I think it's going to be relatively low scoring. I don't see this game, like in years past when the Raiders and Chiefs play, I don't see this game getting into the 60s. Really on both sides, there are some issues, right? For the Raiders, obviously, you guys know they're going through a lot there with the whole Henry Ruggs situation, the John Gruden firing. Definitely distractions there for the Raiders. So it's hard to say that they're going to be completely laser focused. I think this game, like I said, will be close. I honestly think the Raiders will still win, but it's not like it's going to be a dominant performance on either side. I don't see this being a blowout either way. I do envision the Raiders winning this game, but you never know what can happen. As far as the under goes, under 59.5, the under overall is hit in the last 4 Chiefs games, and that's just, the straight up game unders. I mean, they've played games of, 20 points last game, 37 the one before against the Giants. 44 against the Redskins, or rather the Washington football team. And this offense for the Chiefs really has just struggled to get anything going, really. I really thought Green Bay should have won that game last week against Kansas City as well. I still do. They kind of gave that game away. So, I think Kansas City, again, could struggle in this game against a pretty solid defense that has a pretty good pass rush led by Max Crosby. So, I think they could definitely have some problems there. These offenses right now currently don't scare me as far as hitting any type of over. 15th and 16th ranked scoring offenses. And they started the season much higher than that. And they've gone down, down, down. So, like I said, with the Raiders, will they play a little bit more inspired here in prime time on Sunday Night Football at home? I could see that. So I definitely see this game being close. So, love this parlay selection, guys. Take it there for your number 1 pick. Same game parlay, the Las Vegas Raiders alternate plus 7.5 spread, parlayed with the alternate under 59.5 points at minus 114 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we are going with Darren Waller, longest reception here for the Las Vegas Raiders, over 22.5 yards at minus 114 odds. So far on the season, Darren Waller has cashed this in 7 of 8 games that he's played. So that's obviously very impressive. We love to see that. The matchup is also very good as far as this goes as well. Chiefs allow the third most receiving yards to tight ends, and they allow 13 yards on average per reception. So that's pretty high. It's they're 5.3 receptions per game, over 68 yards receiving per game for tight ends. So obviously Darren Waller, one of the best that we have in the NFL. I expect him to have a big game. You also got to consider there's no Henry Ruggs anymore here for the Raiders, so the count as far as the targets for Waller goes up. It did last week. We saw it last week. He had 7 catches, 92 yards last week against the Giants in his first game without Ruggs. So that was just kind of an example of that. Like I said, great matchup here. Last year against Kansas City, Waller cashed his prop in both games versus the Chiefs. Overall had a pretty good year against KC in those 2 games. So I really love Waller's props. I'm a big tight end fan on primetime football. I have been all year. It's been working out great. We just talked about Mark Andrews the night he had there against the Dolphins. I had all of his props except his receptions. I had his anytime touchdown, which was plus 170, and I had his yards. So I have not been disappointed by tight ends in primetime football this year. They've done very well for me. And Waller's one of them. He started the year out for me. They were against the Ravens, with a huge performance. So I'm expecting that here against the Chiefs. Like I said, you're going to see his count as far as receptions and targets and stuff go up, especially without Ruggs. You can also look at his other props. I love them all. I may take them all. So don't be afraid to take these either. Anytime touchdown for Darren Waller, plus 110 odds right now on FanDuel. Receiving yard line right now, over under 68.5 at minus 113. So I love those as well as far as for the overs. His reception line, I believe, was 5.5. You could also look at that too. I think the odds was like minus 140 though. I wasn't loving the odds, so definitely the receiving yards and the touchdown as well. So I love it there for a number 2 pick. Darren Waller, longest reception here for the Raiders, over 22.5 yards at minus 114 odds. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going with Patrick Mahomes, under 287.5 passing yards here for the Chiefs at minus 113 odds. So far, Mahomes is 6-3 to this line on the season, and he's 5 of his last 6 to this line. So his struggles more coming on here recently as far as hitting this mark. We've seen it. We've seen it in a lot of other games recently. He didn't even throw for 200 last week against the Packers. So he's definitely having his struggles. I don't know if it's his timing or whatever it may be. He's definitely having a hard time. And he's not drawing a great matchup. Raiders are 5th best against the pass. We were talking about it earlier there in our number 1 pick. They allowed just 207.1 passing yards per game. And this is in, obviously in Las Vegas there. So I definitely anticipate that, Mahomes is going to struggle a bit. If the Chiefs are smart, they're going to run the football. Because that's where they could take advantage of the Raiders' defense is, looking to run the ball. Honestly, they have a couple of good backs that are, I think they have that Gore guy who ran the ball well here the last couple weeks, and also, Williams. So, they should look to run the ball more. And Raiders not quite as good, against the run, but they're very good against the pass. So, obviously, and then on the Raiders side, they are 6-2 to this line versus quarterbacks, including games versus Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson. So that's obviously very impressive. Particularly the Justin Herbert one. Justin Herbert throws for a lot of yards. Jackson's obviously much improved this year, so he's been throwing for a lot of yards this season as well. But, like I said, the Raiders overall doing very well against the pass. They allowed just 110 passing yards last week to Danny Jones, so if you're looking for some recent success, that's about as good as you could expect. I know that the Giants were depleted, but still, 110 yards, that's impressive. Most teams can't do that. Like I said, Mahomes' struggles are still there. Even leading up to last week, under 200 passing yards last week against the Packers. So I don't know if it'll be that bad for him. My prediction for Patrick Mahomes being about the 240 range, so that gives us about 50 yards of leeway. That's about where I'd put his mark at. So I love it there for number 3 pick, Patrick Mahomes, under 287.5 passing yards here for the Chiefs at minus 113 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're trying to reach 900 subscribers here by the end of the week. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord. Great place to grow with us and to get new ideas for bets. It's really a fun community that we have. We have a lot of fun. We just talk. It's just a good time. And also be sure, place your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like that call out in the video, just put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll call it out in the video if it hits. Alright, other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Peace out.